you know. But the point is, man, China is basically China is basically the model for how the U.S., Great Babylon America, wants to do it. Really, the West in general. They are the model for how these elites want to run the world in general. You know, they want to put everyone, you know, under a digital system. They want to have everyone basically assigned a social credit score, you know what I'm saying, to show how good of a slave you are, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So this is what they want. But this article, it says in China, a social credit system has already been implemented, and its potential for abuse is widely discussed. Citizens there face consequences ranging from travel bans to social ostracism if their scores fall too low. You see that? And like I said, you know, if your score is too low, hey, you might lose access to the internet. You know what I'm saying? If your score is too low, you might lose access to shopping at certain places, you know? And if your score is too low, you might not even be able to hang around other people who have higher scores than you, you know, because they're going to look at you as someone that likes to rebel against the government. So they don't want their good slaves hanging around the rebellious slaves. You see that? So they don't want, if someone with a higher credit score decides that they want to hang around someone with a low credit score, that might cause their score to go down. So they're not going to want to hang around you, you know? And that's just me throwing out ideas of what might take place. But I feel like someone with a high credit score and someone with a low credit score are going to be looked at totally different in society. And it's going to be obvious who has a low credit score, you know, because they want that social pressure on people. They want to, you know, basically try to mold people into trying to be that good slave, that good citizen. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to, you know, basically make someone with a low credit score, they're going to make them out to be the worst thing walking in the city, you know. So they're going to put their peer pressure on you to try to be a good slave, you know. But it says the risk is that similar measures could also be used in Australia, where the government could restrict access to services, travel, or even employment based on an individual's social credit score monitoring. Let me read that over. And it says the risk is that similar measures could be used in Australia, where the government could restrict access to services, travel, or even employment based on an individual's social credit score monitoring infringes on personal privacy, as every action and interaction becomes a data point used to access an individual's worthiness in the eyes of the state. And this is what the elites, you know, the ones that sit at the top of the pyramid and basically are in control of the earth, these Edomites, these so-called white people that sit at the top, they want to use this system, you know, but they want to use it and be very draconian with it. They're going to be very harsh with this system, you know. You ain't even gonna be able to fucking breathe oxygen without them putting a tax on your ass, man. I can't believe that they haven't even tried that yet, you know, taxing your ass just for breathing oxygen, because they said that the oxygen is now low. You know, the oxygen levels is low. It's not that much oxygen as it used to be. So we're gonna tax you for breathing because you're using up the oxygen. You know, that's some shit Esau, Edom, the so-called white man would do, man. You know, tax your ass for breathing oxygen, man. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if they have that in the works, you know. But yeah, it says these social credit scores are going to be used to basically, you know, decide someone's worthiness, you know. So if you got a low credit score, basically you worthless. You know, they're going to look at you as scum. They're going to look at you as fucking gum on the bottom of somebody's boot, man. You know what I'm saying? But it says, let's see. It says the Australian government is making significant strides toward total digital surveillance and control with the digital ID bill, which combines 128 personal documents and indicators into a centralized government system. And it says this system is designed to streamline identification across various sectors such as banking and credit, and potentially extend to carbon usage and social credit scores in the future. You see that? So they says such as banking and credit, and potentially extend to carbon usage tracking. Say they want to track you, you know, they want to track your carbon usage, man. You know, because they have this whole thing where they, you know, talking about the carbon that's been let out is basically, you know, causing a greenhouse gas effect, you know, causing global warming, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. So they basically saying that carbon is basically hurting the earth. And if you're contributing to this carbon, then you have to be taxed for it because you're contributing to hurting the earth. And like I said, they come up with all of this shit, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to come up with some type of oxygen tax by saying that the oxygen is not that much oxygen as it used to be, so we're gonna tax your ass for breathing. You know, these are the things that Esau, these are the things that he liked to do. You know what I'm saying? But it says earlier this week, the Australian government also implemented strict regulations regarding social media access. Children under 16 will now be banned from accessing social media, which many see as a precursor to more widespread bans for all users of all ages. You know, and them banning this social media from, you know, children 16 and under is, hey, that's not even really a bad thing, man. You know, I don't really see that as a bad thing, because you got women, you got these little girls that's be 15 years old, you know, trying to copy off and monitor, trying to emulate these, you know, these social media thoughts with BBLs and shit like that. They be fucking 16, 17 years old, already saving up money to get a BBL for their 21st birthday. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit, man. So, you know, and we know that these little girls, they very, very peer pressured into looking beautiful, looking pretty. And, you know, they see these Instagram thoughts online and they try to be like them. You know, so these women, these little girls are very impressionable, you know? So them banning this social media for that age range, hey, I don't really see too much as that being a bad idea. But I noticed that Australia, for some reason, they always try these little, you know, the things that they want to do over here in America. At some point, they usually try to start these things off in Australia first and see how they work. You know what I'm saying? Australia is like the testing grounds for the things that they want to do over here in America. You know, I noticed that from the whole time that they was doing that with the whole the C-19 thing. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't take it or whatever, that they was gonna basically fire you from your job and shit like that. They was testing that out over there, you know? So Australia is basically like a fucking testing ground for the things they want to do over here in Great Babylon, America. But it says critics warn that this could serve as a means to further controlling online discourse by enabling the government to restrict access to social media platforms at their discretion, at their will. You know, when they feel like they want to, you know, cut your internet access off, then they'll be able to do it, because they'll know that your social credit score, your digital ID is directly tied to, you know, they'll know who exactly the face is behind that comment that somebody made. You know, if they made an offensive comment or something that talks about rebelling against the government or something like that, they'll know exactly who internet access, or, you know, to shut down, you know, and they can do it at will. And this was the same thing that they're going to do with the monetary system. This is the same thing that they're going to do with the digital currency, you know, because like I said earlier, man, you got everybody getting rid of cash, man. Cash is becoming obsolete. You know, I can't tell you how many stores and restaurants that's over here where I live that they don't even deal with cash no more. The hotel that my wife work at, they don't even accept cash no more now, you know? And they decided to do this like 2 weeks ago. So this is where we're headed with this, man. Everybody's getting rid of cash because they're making it seem like it's more convenient to deal with a credit card. A lot faster, a lot cleaner. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to sit there and count and try to give someone back their change, dealing with dirty, quote unquote, dirty money, you know? So these are the things that they're you know, that they're using to make this seem more convenient to use, you know, digital money, using credit cards first. First, they're going to get rid of cash completely. Then it's going to be nothing but credit cards and apps to pay. And then they're going to crash the system. And then they're going to introduce you to their MOTB, their mark of the beast, which we believe to be, like I said, it's going to be an RFID chip that's going to have to go under your skin, you know? And this is when the elites have everything set up, and then they're going to be able to have complete control over everyone, that's what they want to do. But the Heavenly Father is not going to allow them to get that far. You know what I'm saying? He's going to allow, you know, everybody to be tested on the earth. You know, most people are going to be taking that RFID chip, that mark of the beast. But then he's going to shut Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, down at a certain point. He's not going to let him fulfill his dream to play God on earth, you know, because you got these Edomites that sit at the top of the pyramid that control everything. If they get this system in place and have everybody track, monitored, and control, you know, and they sitting at the top of the pyramid and they're the ones controlling everybody, then that will make them God over everybody on the earth. And the Heavenly Father, he's not going to allow Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to get that far. So he's going to shut his operation down, you know, soon after he get it off the ground. You know, that's why the scriptures say that. Let's go into that real quick. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and go into it. What do I do with it? And this is Job 20 and yeah, this is Job 20 and let's go to 22, and it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits, which means that, hey, he's going to be going through some difficult shit trying to get this new world order established. The Heavenly Father, he's going to be throwing a lot of different scenarios his way that's going to, you know, basically make it hard for him to establish this new world order. A lot of things going to be taking place. Not only you got World War III kicking off, which they want that really, because they want all chaos on the earth so that they can introduce this this new system and get everybody in it. But it's not going to benefit them, you know. Things are going to go left for these elites, man. They're going to be in straits, you know what I'm saying? Which basically means it's going to be very difficult for them to try to establish this. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, you know. So you got what's that? They got the CEO. You know, the CEO of that, I think he's like an insurance company, CEO of an insurance company. You know, somebody, you know, one of these regular civilians gunned his ass down. You know, this is what it's talking about. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. You know, a lot of people going to be started taking these officials out a lot more than what they did. You know, just them taking that CEO out, that's only the beginning. You got a lot more of these motherfuckers that's finna get taken out. You got the fucking Rothschild got his ass burned in the house fire, you know. So the wicked is coming upon these higher ranking people, man. You know, these people that have all this power, that's in these high positions. You got people that's coming after them, man, you know. So every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he is about to fill his belly, which means he's about to establish his goal, you know, establish what he wants to take place, his plan. God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So the Heavenly Father is going to basically, he's going to fuck, his whole plan is going to get interrupted. It's going to get brought to a halt, you know. It's going to get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's getting ready to happen, man. You know, so he shall rain it upon him while he is eating, you know. So while he thinks that he's just about to fulfill his agenda, then the Heavenly Father is going to come interrupt him, man, and take his ass out of power. You see what I'm saying? So this is what's about to get ready to take place, man. You know. So these devils, hey, they ain't about to get far, man. They got all these things planned. You know what I'm saying? They want to cause all types of chaos on the earth. Then they want to try to introduce this new digital system to everybody to get everybody in it. You know, basically they're gonna scare everybody in it, because all hell is gonna be breaking loose on the earth, which is that's what they want. They want to scare everybody into this new system, you know, using these fear tactics. And once everybody is in this new system, they want to reign over you, you know, and be your God. They want to control every aspect of your life and everything that you do, and trace, track, and monitor everything that you do. You see? So this is what they want to happen, you know? But the Heavenly Father, he's going to interrupt him. He's only going to let this devil get so far, man. You know, and then he's going to cut his ass off. You know, that's going to be it for him. You know what I'm saying? So my fucking camera done died 3 times while I was out here doing this this video. So hopefully, you know, it got this last part of my lesson, you know. So with that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out before it cut off again. So I'm going to go ahead and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.